SaLuSa, January 9, 2015. There are signs all around you that indicate the period of immense change that you are passing through, and old problems that have beset you for millennia of time are coming to a head. Mankind is being confronted with conditions that are becoming intolerable, and they will continue until you are forced to deal with them. Peaceful solutions can be found, but it requires the will of those that lead you to seek more acceptable and lasting solutions. You can no longer continue in the old ways, and in some countries it will require a new leadership to come forward to direct man towards peaceful and acceptable answers. Part of this change of direction comes from you, the people who wield much more power than you imagine. When the thought form for change grows, it becomes a powerful tool that influences the human population. This scene has gradually been set for many years as you have moved in a different direction to the old ways of confrontation. Peace is in many people's minds, having tired of the lack of leadership that would change course to one of peaceful negotiation. It is coming, but as you often say, old habits die hard. These are times when you need to keep your focus on your own personal goal, and you should know by now exactly what it is. When you are firmly on your path, you will feel fulfilled and unaffected by events that are going on around you. Life will gently flow along, and you will realize that although you're part of the whole, you are still very much an individual soul following your own path. Yet there are others following a similar path, and at times you will be drawn to each other. There is in fact a drawing apart of those ready to ascend from those who are unable to lift up their vibrations. They will learn much from their experiences that will help them grow and progress more quickly than previously. Souls of a similar vibration tend to band together, which makes them feel comfortable with like kinds. Looming in the future are unending revelations about your history and the current cycle that is now closing. You will learn how you have been kept back by the Dark Ones, and so many advancements have been kept from you that would have led to a far greater quality of life. It has mainly to do with your quality of life that has been held in a time lock. Free energy could have solved so many of your problems and immediately raised you up. However, it will not take long to bring you the advances you have been denied, and curing the body of all ills will eventually mean that you will live a life of perfect health. This is because there is a higher level of vibration at which the lower ones cannot exist. We are well prepared for the times ahead when we can come amongst you, and a number of advanced technologies are prepared for your use. They will speed up your advancement into the new age, whilst at the same time help cleanse the earth and her oceans of years of neglect and misuse. There is much work to do, but modern technologies will greatly reduce the time spent on such projects. Cleansing is our main priority, and once it is complete, the rest can follow much more easily. Be assured that whatever setbacks occurred during the initial stages, you will not lose out, and in fact have everything to gain. So please do not despair. Regardless of what experiences you go through in the early stages, all will work out to your satisfaction. As your investigators are finding out, we have some of our bases on your seabed, but well out of your reach at depths that you cannot survive in. As you have noticed, our craft can fly in and out with ease and with no ill effects, as the force field around them is their protection. As you have also noted, we can also place a shield of invisibility around them, which explains why at times we just vanish off your radar, or out of your sight. As individuals, we can also lift our vibrations so that we can walk through matter, and make ourselves totally invisible if we find it necessary. This way we can attend those secret meetings that are held by the Dark Ones. Our technologies are far more advanced than yours, and your Dark Ones would be well advised keep clear of them. It is our intention to introduce you to new ideas and technologies as soon as it is appropriate, but our first priority is to clean up your Earth. We would then like to establish a level of life that means that no one is in need of the basic requirements for a satisfactory life. The contrast between the different regions on Earth is quite amazing, as some life still exists in what can only be described as primitive conditions. It has certainly provided the most extreme conditions that human life can be expected to survive in. These have, however, provided many challenges for man, and his resilience and ability to overcome them has been proven time and time again. These days are now coming to a close as the new age is established, and you will gradually leave them behind. This year should leave you with a firm indication as to which direction it is going in, and progress will speed up as interference with your destiny will not be allowed. We expect major events to take place that have hitherto been held up, and you will be in no doubt that progress into the new age has speeded up. It is an historic period to be alive in and experience, and you are indeed privileged to be given the chance. Yet once you advance into the new age, you will soon be so occupied with everything that is happening, you will soon put your earlier experiences behind you. Bear in mind that what is happening on Earth is the last attempts of the Dark Ones to impose their will upon you. They will not succeed, but in the process of trying they will learn many lessons from their experiences. I am SaLuSa from Sirius, and hope you share our excitement at the changes that are taking place. Some are not yet apparent but continue to happen as the foundation for them is laid. You may be assured that as it begins to be safer to make open contact, it will take place, as we do of course need many contacts on Earth to carry out our work. I am leaving you now with the love and best wishes from the personnel of our craft, who take much interest in your progress. Thank you SaLuSa. My Quinsey. Website Tree of the Golden Light. SaLuSa, January 2, 2015. We hear many of you question why time seems to be going so much faster. It is simply that the speed of the vibrations is increasing, whilst at the same time the vibrations are lifting you up out of the lower vibrations. It will continue until you are completely lifted up into the fourth dimension, to no longer be assailed by the lower vibrations. The coming City of Light, that is also part of the new dimension, is just one many manifestations that are lined up to appear this year. That it already appears to have been delayed should not concern you, as it due to appear very shortly. We know that humans are impatient, but you are so near to seeing the City of Light, we ask you to have patience. There is so much happening, and as soon as the changes start to come, you will be amazed at how quickly they will take effect. We have informed you as to what is to take place, and each step will take you nearer to the day when you will be rid of those who oppose the light and interfere with the process. Any attempts to delay it will be to no effect, and the Dark Ones are already beginning to appreciate the difficulties that confront them. There may be individuals who make themselves a nuisance, but they will be swept aside. Dear light workers, this year will be one to remember, and your role is to help others less informed to understand the truth of what is happening. From here on, your existence will gradually become easier, and you will have plenty of opportunities to work openly for the light. There will be much to do, as vast numbers of humankind will be in great confusion and even scared. Your presence and assurances of what is happening will do a lot to ease their worries. Naturally, in time we will have a place on television to speak direct with the people, which should put their worries to rest. There will always be those who will not understand the coming of the light, and show no interest in it. Your role is not to waste time on those who are obviously set against the light, but do help those who are simply confused. It will be a major step forward for them, especially if they are ardent supporters of a religious body. Many light workers may get the cold shoulder within their own family, so allow them to find their own path. Whatever is planned for their evolution will obviously be right for them. However, there will be many awakening from their sleep and welcome some guidance to see them through the beginning of the new age. Bear in mind, everyone is exactly where they are meant to be, and that is where they will experience according to their needs. The same applies to light workers, so do not be concerned if not much is happening at this time. Your time will come. We would say that as soon as the new age is recognized for what it is, it will be time for light workers to become active. If nothing happens that you consider is your call to work, bide your time, as not everything will come at once. Use your intuition to gauge when you should start work for the light, and you will not go far wrong. The spiritualist church should come into its own, as it closely follows the true spiritual path. However, let it be said that you can be a follower of the truth without joining any religion. Having said that, for people just starting out on their spiritual journey, they will benefit from visiting a spiritual church. The earth herself is going through changes, and will eventually find herself lifted up into the higher dimension. That is, however, quite a long way off, and at that time you will also have been prepared for life in the higher vibrations. That is simply a taster of what is to come, so you will know that you have everything to look forward to. So keep your sights on your goal, know that there is nothing to stop you enjoying the future. the Dark Ages have all but ended and the minions of the Dark Ones are in disarray. By now many people are accepting of extraterrestrial largely because there have not been any incidents that can be directly attributed to their actions. Where there has been a confrontation you will almost certainly find that it caused by the Greys or your own dark forces. False flag attacks are also an area where they have been involved, but a close look at the facts should uncover the truth. Our mission is to bring peace to a troubled planet that has come close to being destroyed by the actions of the Dark Ones. We have stated on many occasions that we would not stand by and allow that to happen. We are to oversee the completion of your experience in the third dimension, so that you can rise up into the next dimension. Keep firm in your beliefs and know that nothing can take them away from you. What will happen as your consciousness rises, is that you will have less and less to do with things of the lower vibrations. You are reaching a stage where you are going to move beyond the reach of the Dark Ones. However, do not worry about their presence. They are now restricted to what mischief they can carry out, but some of you still have karma to clear, but you should still concentrate on the light. Most of you have cleared your debts, so try and be careful not to create new ones. Do not believe scares and rumors as to what Obama's intentions are, as the Dark Ones are running scared and looking for any opportunity to bring about chaos. Fear is their weapon and they will try hard to get you into a fearful state. Again, this is where your intuition comes in handy, and if you are discerning you will feel the energy and know what type it is. I am SaLuSa from Sirius, and wish every reader a great new year. A lot is promised and as a result you will be left in no doubt that the new age is upon you. The world is turning itself upside down as the chaos continues, but this is the outworking of the last major karmic issues. Celebrate your new year with joy and shine your light into dark corners. The Galactic Federation will be with you all the way. Thank you SaLuSa. My Quinsey. Website Tree of the Golden Light. SaLuSa, December 19, 2014. We come to you for the last time this year, one that like others before it has sped by, as time continues to flow faster than ever. Some of whom have experienced the ups and downs of life for a long time, are no doubt pleased particularly now that the end of this cycle is here. Naturally the end times are chaotic as the changes take place, but it is no easy task to bring them in when so much negativity is being cleared. However, the higher energies are bringing in the positive changes, and already they are being felt. As we have often advised you, the coming year will be notable for the implementation of many of them, although we will be restricted in what we do, until the Illuminati are placed where they can no longer interfere with your progress. Much is happening that will lead to complete victory over the Dark Ones, who will be unable to follow their plan for the imprisonment of man. The coming of the City of Light, Sedona, will open the way to more developments that will show beyond any doubt that the new age has arrived. At a time yet to be defined, world peace will be declared and maintained through the presence of the Galactic Federation. Through enforced governmental changes, more souls of the light will take up positions of importance that will ensure they are seen through as intended and in no way impeded or denied. The end times of this cycle are of utmost importance to your future, and we will ensure that they proceed in accordance with the wishes of God. Unlike previous cycles, this one will be fulfilled because you are ready for a great leap forward into the light. There is only the one Creator of all that is, and the one God of this universe regardless of the different names by which they are known. Therefore you are one with all that is, and it is worth noting when you are challenged over your beliefs. Eventually all will understand and accept the truth of your origins, and it will be so wherever you travel in the higher dimensions of the universe. Ahead of you there are numerous opportunities to seek as you desire, and explore the magnificence of life forms in abundance. On Earth you have led a very restricted life, and other civilizations have not been allowed to interfere with the greater plan for your evolution. Of necessity you have however made limited contact with extraterrestrials and become familiar with seeing their craft in your skies. You will make full contact in the course of time, but much has to take place before it is possible. The interim period will be exciting for you as you rapidly move forward in your evolution. Now is the time for all light workers and all souls to maintain their present level of evolution, and know that anyone may at any time take a giant leap forward. Know that all souls will eventually find their correct place in the universe, that will enhance their plans to continue moving ever onwards. Naturally, in the higher dimensions, time does not exist as you now know it, and you will find everything is in the now. These levels are not entirely strange to you as you came from them before you agreed to experience the lower vibrations. In other words, you are all experiencing as you agreed to do so, but the long cycle in the lower dimensions is now coming to a close as the new one takes prominence. Most of you have led many lives at all different levels as part of your experiences in the lower vibrations. You have also experienced many different roles according to which ones offered you the best opportunities to evolve. Be assured you will have had grand lives of having all that you needed, but also experienced lack so that you kept a balance where your needs are concerned. Eventually your experiences will be finally balanced and you will not seek riches beyond your needs, but simply sufficient to meet your circumstances. In the higher dimensions the same challenges do not exist, as you will eventually have the power of thought to manifest exactly according to your needs, and more when necessary. The higher dimensions are your true home and a multitude of different experiences await you, according to your desires. Your task is to now be positive regardless of what happens around you, and help others through the coming period so that they may understand what is happening. Your presence can lift others up by bringing a calmness into their lives, so that they too can help. It will not be very long before it becomes apparent that changes are occurring that are beneficial to the whole. The most important of them will occur when the press is able to report events accurately and truthfully, where previously they were controlled by the Illuminati and their minions. Television news is also unreliable, but it too will change in a relatively short time. For many years you have been deliberately misled, and often fed absolute lies to enable the dark ones to manipulate events that have affected your future. These situations will eventually cease to cause you problems and then you will enjoy a newfound freedom. We meantime carry out our tasks with joy, knowing that your freedom from the oppression of the dark ones is getting nearer. You have served your time in the lower vibrations, and now you will not need to look back as your progress will be assured. The magnitude of the changes to come will surprise most souls, and we feel privileged to be present at such a momentous time in your evolution. You have the most wonderful future ahead of you, and are destined to join us if that is your desire. With your experience you have qualifications that will enable you to serve the light in many capacities. You will be driven by your desire to be of service to others, but in no way will it limit your ambition or need to have new experiences. In the higher vibrations your lifespan will be greatly lengthened, so that you can embark on tasks that require more of your time. Dear ones, walk tall and do not be pulled down by whatever is going on around you. You are an island of light and have the capacity to spread love and harmony wherever you are. Your presence will uplift others, and your vibrations will spread a gentle uplifting energy that will bring a settled and happy feeling to others. All people at heart want to help others, but often they cannot meet the demands placed upon them. Do what you can, even if it is just a few kind words, as these will lift people up. Once you are centered in light you will be naturally spreading it around you and it will embrace people that are some distance from you. The light is the most powerful force in the universe, but at this point in time you are nowhere near to approaching your true potential. I am SaLuSa from Sirius, and send you greetings and wishes at this time of your year, when you can enjoy the festive celebrations with your friends and family. Exciting times lie ahead and a new year that promises so much. Thank you SaLuSa. My Quinsey. Website Tree of the Golden Light. SaLuSa, December 12, 2014. What exciting prospects lie ahead, because you can rightly look forward to some revealing times, and positive indications that the long-awaited changes are coming to fruition. We appreciate the reasons for your caution, and feel sure that given time you will have no doubt that you are leaving the old age cycle behind. It has run its course and there is no way back for those of the dark forces who have supported it. Naturally there will still be obstacles to overcome, but their ability to maintain it has been sorely diminished. You can expect them to try and prevent the news becoming widespread, but it is of such importance that we will not allow it to be stopped or interfered with. There may be minor problems, but you may be assured that a wonderful future is assured. The time selected for the announcement has obviously been chosen with the holiday period in mind, so that as many people as possible can be reached. Families can gather together and discuss the implications of the coming cities of light. It should bring about a great upliftment in people's hopes and faith in the future. Your experiences have been closely followed since the beginning of the cycle some 26,500 years ago. You have been guided to follow a path that would give you the needed experiences to hasten your evolution, and also opportunities to rise up above the lower energies. The end times were always subject to your choice of which direction to go in, and we are pleased that sufficient souls of the light have been successful. They may not have been a majority, but their ability to bring the light through has been sufficient to overcome the dark energies that would have destroyed them and taken full control. After having to stand by your beliefs often with little proof, you at last have something to back you up, and as time passes it will become even stronger. Some souls will still find it difficult to understand the meaning of what is happening and will carry on in their old ways. That is fine, in as much that each one of you must follow your own intuition, and decide your own future. In fact, you cannot simply elect to move further into the light than your own vibrations will allow. You must therefore allow others to define their own needs and path to follow. Be assured that all souls will eventually find themselves exactly where they are intended to be. This will allow them to proceed with their evolution in a manner that is appropriate to their level of understanding. In the long term, all souls will rise up, since in reality there is no time such as you understand it. The higher levels are not bound by time, and souls can move backwards and forward within it. On earth, the news of the cities of light will cause a great stir and give the people great hope for the future of mankind. Hitherto the future looked grim, with chaos seeming to get worse and with little hope of any changes for the better. As you have been experiencing, the end times can be quite volatile as the old energies play themselves out. However, nothing will stop the full manifestation of the new age that has already commenced. What is to happen will give people great hope for the future, and many advances that you have heard of can soon become part of your reality. Although you have been held back by the Dark Ones, the fact remains that progress has still continued where new inventions have been made that will make life a lot easier. Lack will eventually become an unnecessary word, and there will come a time when poverty will become totally eradicated. Hunger and lack of the material needs that make life more acceptable will no longer apply, as there will be ample supplies of all the necessary things that can bring it to you. Dear ones, by now you should have a good idea of where humanity is heading, and it will make up for the many less acceptable experiences that you have had. All has of course been in the interests of your evolution and have been planned from one life to another, so that you have kept on rising up and raising your vibrations. For those souls that have been unable to do so, there are no recriminations but simply more opportunities given to succeed another time around. As you have often been informed, at all times you have had assistance and never been left alone to fight your battles. It may seem otherwise, but please remember that we can advise you and work with you, but the final path you take is your decision, and who are we or indeed anyone else to interfere with your choice. Considerable karma is accumulated on earth by those who believe in revenge for acts against them. It is in fact a way that brings you more karma, because nothing is ever gained by such acts. Each soul has to face themselves and their acts when the mortal life expires. It is of course difficult to become passive in a violent world, but bear in mind that all of the time you are creating your own future. If you are a soul of love and light that has reached the level of one who can express love in all circumstances, then you are surely ready for your ascension. However, do not despair, as there are different levels within all dimensions, and as long as you lead your life based on loving your brothers and sisters, you will succeed and rise up. I am SaLuSa from Sirius, and happy to be able to give the good news about the cities of light. They have been slowly manifesting for quite some time, and it will be a wonderful sight when they do. They will attract thousands of visitors, but we suspect that initially its appearance will be, as you say, dumbed down. However, the cities are quite large and there will clearly be enormous interest in them. The authorities will not be allowed to interfere, and adequate precautions will be made to give it full protection. Be in love and light, and know you are blessed to be present on earth at such an important time. Thank you, SaLuSa. My Quinsey. Website Tree of the Golden Light.